Hey YouTube, welcome back to UniXTCG, and as I promised, if as long as we hit the like goal, the deck list that I put up on Broly BR on Patreon first would be put onto here as a video, so this is that. If you like this sort of content, make sure you like the video, make sure you hit that subscribe button if you aren't already, and if you want to see more exclusive content in the future, as well as join in our Patreon testing nights, just go over to the Patreon and join the Galactic tier or higher. However, if you just want to support me, the $1 tier is fine too. A little bit adds up a long way for me, and I appreciate every bit of support you guys give me in any way. Anywho, let's get into that Broly BR list. Okay, so you guys all know the leader, and the whole point of the leader is to be able to awaken and then quickly overtake your opponents by building up your Broly chains. Just in case you guys need a quick refresher, although I've been talking about this a lot between both videos, yeah, you're going to draw one when attacking on the front side, and then you're going to, at the end of the turn, add one card from your life to your hand at the end of turn. Then, going over to the Awaken side, when attacking, you're just going to be able to choose one Broly BR in your battle area, place into the owner's drop, and then if you have 4 energy exactly, play up to 1 Broly BR, the cost of 1 greater than the card chosen by this skill from your hand in rest mode. That's cool. Now, this is the way the deck is. I'm going to go through the counts of these, and then I'm going to break them down. You've got 4 Son Gohan Childhood, 4 Paragus BR 1-drop. You've got 4 Ba, 4 Chilai, 4 3-drop Nappa from set 4, 4 of the, like, uncommon Broly, the 4-drop, and then you've got 3 of the rare Broly 4-drop, and then you've also got 3 of the promo Broly 4-drop. 4 super combos, 2 of the Son Goku Secret Rare from set 5, 2 of the OG SR Brolys from the starter deck, 4 of the brand new SR Broly from the set, 3 Secret Rares, 2 Shuddering Roars, and 3 Instant Kamehamehas. So going over this real quick, this guy, right, this Gohan, he is able to be played, and he searches the top 3 cards of your deck for a sand that costs 5 or less. The reason why I put him in there is because I want maximum consistency, and I know that a lot of people like a bunch of cantrips, and there's nothing wrong with that. My reasoning behind this, though, is that the cantrips, I believe, are better for late game. When you already have your 8-drop Broly established, and you can use that whole 4 energy for tech cards. That's where I think you can play a cantrip and a cantrip and start trying to draw into more pieces, more super combos, things like that. But in the beginning of the game, your game is night and day if you can't reach your secret rare. If you have the secret rare and 4-drop Brolys, but no 8-drop Brolys. So when it comes to that, I want to be able to have maximum efficiency. Which is why I actually run 4 and 4 of the searchers instead of the cantrips. You can always charge them, you don't have to play them, but your deck actually has a fair amount of filtering because you're going to be discarding and drawing, or drawing 1 card and discarding 1 card with your leader, and then also whenever you heal off of these 2 Brolys, you will be able to essentially see your next card when you take damage. So I think the deck still has a fair amount of cycling. However, when it comes to this, there's 1 card that you need to see on curve every time, every game. You need to see Nappa on turn 2 when you go second. That is the optimal roll. And so because of that, I would like to see him in my opening hand. But if not, I would like to see this guy in my opening hand because I can at least play him on turn 1 to search through my top. Like I can basically swing with my leader. I draw for turn, I swing with my leader, that's 2, and then I play Gohan for 1, 2, 3. That's 5 cards deeper into my deck to find a Nappa. Then I'm going to take a card from my life. Then I'm going to draw again when I go for turn. And then I'm going to draw again when I swing with my leader. So if you're going second and you see this Son Gohan Childhood and you don't have Nappa in hand yet, you will at least be able to see 8 cards deeper with 7 of those cards coming from the top of your deck. And I think that's just good consistency. Now, the Paragus is there to search the Broly pieces, and when you look at this list, right, Son Gohan searches the 4 Paraguses, he searches the 4 Nappas, he searches the 4 Broly BRs, the 3 Broly BRs here, and the 3 Broly BRs here, and he also searches Shuddering Roar and Instant Kamehameha off the top if you have no better choices. So realistically, and he searches himself, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, you got 15, you've got 18, you've got 21, and then you've got 5 more cards. So 26 out of your 50 cards, he will search off the top 3 of your deck. That's pretty good. And then you have Paragus bringing up the rear and finding these pieces here. So Paragus will actually search out 4 Bas, so that's 4, 8, 8 plus 6 is 14, 14 plus 14 plus 6 is 20, 23. So he will search out 23. Both these searchers pretty much search out half of your deck, and that's consistency that I think the deck needs. Now, moving past that, we have the BR. The reason why this is here is because mostly you need to battle your opponent's Chilais. You cannot allow them to set these up, because if this is on the field, when you go into your secret rare, you will not be able to pop their 8 cost Burly, and that sucks. Or you won't be able to pop their 9 cost Burly, and that sucks. So you want to be able to, you know, ideally charge to 5, tap 4 for this guy, play Ba to pop, or play this, attack, discard a card, play Ba, pop theirs. That's essentially what you want to do. Now, moving to this, you have the Chilai BR. She's really good because she adds another layer to your protection. If you have, of course, your if you have your Broly out, your opponent just can't have an out to the Broly. They need to have an out to the Chilai before the Broly, and that adds a different layer. Also, she helps you draw more. If you're at 3 life and you play her out with this Broly, or you play this one and then get rid of one of the energy you use and then play her, you get to take your life from 3 to 2. And after taking your life from 3 to 2, you can then level up said Broly, one of these Brolys, to the new 8 cost SCR or SR, and then you gain a life. And so basically you saw one more card, you set up your life, you're thinning your deck. That's great. Now, moving on to Nappa, you have Nappa being one of the most efficient cards in the deck. It needs to be at 4. I don't think this deck is the same when you don't play Nappa, because he allows you the most optimal high roll. If you're going first, it sucks to have to play him on turn 3, but at least you don't have to charge next turn. You just take it from your life, and that's it. You can even opt to not play him if you're going first, because you can probably just charge him and get the card out of your life anyway and know you're going to charge regardless. It just doesn't really matter at that point. But going second, that's how you get the high roll on your opponent. Actually, you know what? I would say that even going first, you play him on turn 3, because once you have Nappa on the board, and then the following turn, if they can't get rid of Nappa, that's the only turn they have to get rid of Nappa. The turn right after he's played, because after that, you'll be playing hopefully a Broly and leveling him up into an 8 cost Broly. And I don't know a single deck that can get rid of Nappa and Broly at the same time, but you will always choose Broly, leaving this 30k beat stick there to continuously harass your opponent's hand or clear board when they have cards that are 20k going sideways. Very, very, very good. Then you have the Broly package. These are the Brolys that all gain cost to level up into the 8 cost Brolys, and this guy is good because he is going to be able to, and by the way, just in case you haven't remembered Nappa's effect, this is his effect. When you play him, you essentially will take a life and add that to your energy and rest mode. And so basically, it's a 30k beat stick that's going to be able to ramp you. He'll ramp you from 2 to 3 on the marker, and then you'll charge to 4 on your turn 3, allowing you to go off into your Brolys the following turn. Maximum high roll. Now, this guy is going to come down, and when attacking, you can discard a card. If you do, you're going to play a 1-drop from your hand. Either way, when he attacks, you're going to gain 3 cost for the rest of the turn, and that's going to allow you to, again, use your leader attack to level him up into one of these 8-drops. This Broly BR does the same thing, but he has no combo power, and he is a 30k swing, so he's going to get more cards out of your opponent's hand or force the damage through, but he has no combo power, so I didn't want to max out on these. But instead of playing a 1-drop, he's going to destroy a 1-drop. This guy is great because he is able to single-handedly pop your opponent's pop your opponent's Chilai by himself, and then you'll be able to go into your 8-drop and then start going back and forth to see if you can contest and maybe hit the secret rare. Now, you have Broly BR. And Broly BR, this promo is good because if your opponent tries to get you to 5 energy, he's another outlet to go back down to 4. But at the same time, you can charge a card with 0 cost that you don't need, and then you can play him and then just pop one of the energies that you have. That's going to allow you to have 1 energy open to play a Chilai or a Ba or even a Cantrip if you want to. Lots of good options. Super combos. Now, this is one of the main techs of this deck. The reason why I have him here is because, one, he optimizes your high roll. There are going to be some turns where if you are going into, your secret rare, you have all 4 energy up. Because the only way you're going to your secret rare is if you started the turn with an 8-drop on board, and that only happens, that will always happen with all 4 of your energy up. So there are some times where if you want to go for game or you sense the hand is weak, maybe you've got 2 super combos engraved, things like that, you can play Chilai with 1 of your energy to take a life, take you down from 3 to 2. Then you can tap 3 to play Son Goku. Swing with Son Goku. Combo as you see fit or not at all. And then you can swing with your leader, combo as you see fit or not at all. Put the Broly 8 into the trash, and then, you know, play Broly BR. So that turn is an extremely explosive turn. If you've already got a Broly BR on board, and you just start off your turn by going, okay, swing with my Broly BR at your life. See if you're at 3, like if they're at 3 life and you want to bring them down. Swing at you with that. Okay, cool. Now I'm going to swing with Goku for 45k double strike. Even if you're knocking them down to 1, it may just be worth it. Then you can swing with Broly BR and drop a 10k on him, just to make him 30k, okay? Force a super combo or 2 cards into your opponent's hand. Then level up this Broly 8 into your Broly 9, and then just put the rest of your hand and any instant Kamehamehas down there. The math is solid. The math is solid. And if they drop cards out of their hand to stop this first double strike, you have even more clearance to hopefully get the, you know, get the cards out of there. Or like there's just a lot of stuff you can do. If you don't want to give them the extra card, like, oh my gosh, there's so many things you can do. You can swing with this, and if that goes through and they drop down to 2, you can swing at one of their bodies with the 50, swing at another body with the 20, and then drop this card off of putting this to the drop in order to then just try to take the rest of their health. But 2 double strikes in 1 turn is an incredibly powerful play. And you will lose this Goku by playing this Broly, but I just think at that point, it's too strong to ignore the power of that. The other side of it is if a deck can keep you off of your Broly, like if they can hit you with the maximum sparking, or the maximum sparking on this, if they can do all these things, or they can absolute lightning your 8 drop off the field so you can never land the Broly, the secret rare Goku is a very, very good way to be able to catch you off of that. Like, let's say against blue, sometimes if they're built correctly, against blue, this secret rare Goku is the only way that you will double strike blue. And then if you're playing against like black and they can hit you with the ultimate sparking, or you're playing against yellow and they have 2 up for Hell Rock Sasha, you can play this secret rare and attack and try to bait out combo power and cards, and they might have to use their ultimate sparking to get out of it. They may have to actually use a bunch of combo power around there and then be kind of worse off for it. Like, there's a lot of stuff they have to do, and that's actually really cool. If you already have Broly 8 on board and you swing with Son Goku and they're like, they have to make a decision because they probably know the SCR is coming, but they will get swung on for 50k as well if they don't use the ultimate sparking now. So there's a lot of different mind games that you end up playing. We have 2 of these original Broly 8s because while he's very risky because he doesn't have the KO protection that this Broly does, he is going to be able to come down, pop a card, draw a card, and that's very, very, very good for what we're trying to do here. That's very wonderful. He's got unique, like, he's got some board clearing that isn't tied to your SCR, and that's actually just very, very good. And he also draws you a card. But just be known, almost everything that doesn't work against this guy, literally everything that doesn't work against this guy, Blue Power Awakening, minusing and using God Kamehameha, like there's even cards in black, they will all work on this Broly, but not this Broly. So you have to be very careful when you use this. He needs to be on the board alongside of a Chilai to make him a little safer. Meanwhile, this guy, OD, very good. Only blue has a really good answer of getting rid of him. Everybody else has to just work around him. Same with this guy. Well, not same with this guy because a lot of colors can do this. Although red is going to have a lot of trouble minusing a 55k down. That's just what it is. Like, the fact of the matter is, even when red swings at you with a secret rare, this guy is still 35k after the secret rare's effect goes off, meaning that you can actively put a 10k in front of a UI Goku and protect this guy, which is insane. So stupid. But yeah, this guy's good. You got healing on these 2 cards, both wonderful. And then the reason why I have Shuddering Roar here is that Shuddering Roar is actively a good card that outs a lot of cards that this deck can find sticky. If you are going into the secret rare, you have the ability to play Shuddering Roar because, like I said, you have 4 energy open. So Shuddering Roar can hit an opponent Chilai and then you draw a card. Shuddering Roar can hit a Tamagami 3 that a red player is trying to hold up, and then Broly will wipe it off the field altogether by KOing it a second time. Also, if you're playing against yellow, there is a bit of special tech with yellow Vegeta, the 3 cost from set 2, where they will want to keep it upright during your turns where you're playing Broly 8. And then in those turns, you might want to think about Broly aiding, the original Broly aiding to pop the upright Vegeta, and then you can move next turn into this if they don't clear this Broly Gate with something like Blue Power Awakening if it's being played. But you also have Shuddering Roar to catch cards like that off guard. So yes, there's a lot of pesky cards that while you're going from 8 to 9, you have the energy to use Shuddering Roar with. And then you have Instant Kamehameha, which, like I discussed in the video today on the channel, you're just using that for additional combo power to push through games, and it can also double as a way to keep yourself at 4 energy. Now, when it comes to this deck, so far in testing, what I have found is that the mirror match is really annoying. Mainly because going second is a huge thing. If your opponent goes second in this deck and sees Nappa, and you don't, you are probably just losing. Like, I hate to say it, but you are losing if your opponent goes second and sees Nappa and you don't see it. They will be on 4 energy when you are naturally charging to 3. And that means that they have a full turn on you. You can't even play this 8-drop Broly from the first starter, or from the 4th starter deck, to pop their Broly if they play the SR, meaning they have a free ride into the Broly BR SCR to pop your Broly. If you like, it's just gross. It's just gross. It's honestly just really, really gross. So you have to keep, like, you have to play your Broly BR, and then you have to keep it upright, because if you turn it sideways, they have the ability to swing on it with their Broly, which is gross. But sometimes you just actually go face too. Like, going back and forth in this matchup, you get into some really nasty points. You guys are trying to out Broly each other. But I will also say that if you are playing the Broly mirror match, this Goku Secret Rare goes very hard, because there are a lot of times where even if you don't get them down, you will be able to take so much out of their hand when you establish this Son Goku and this Broly, and then you force them to essentially go into their own secret rare, and that's actually pretty much the thing. But like, yeah, if you are playing the mirror and you end up doing that, you are going to be in a very, very good place. But there's a lot of footsies. You got to play around your opponent's Chi-Lies. If they establish double Chi-Li, that may be it for you. If your opponent goes second and establishes double Chi-Li before they drop the SER, you might be done, son. Like, there's not really a way for you to establish your own secret rare. You could double BA them. You could double BA and then you drop your secret rare, right? But it just gets very nasty going first in the mirror. Now, the other green decks in the future, I will want to test against other green decks, because I think there is a route where you could just be slower than Broly and extremely defensive, and then try to naturally build up the green late game, but we do have to test that. When it comes to blue, I think Broly BR may be the only green deck that has a not as great matchup versus blue, because blue can take it really slow. Blue can stall, blue can defend all the early damage, and towards the late game, blue can just start taking only the 50Ks from the Broly BR, because they'll be able to absolute lightning it to the bottom of the deck and keep you off your secret rare the entire game. And if they can do that, then you're kind of cooked, because you can only go up that chain so many times before you stop having pieces in your hand, and they'll be able to start playing freely, knowing that you, like, the first time you don't drop a chain, the first term that you don't go back up to an 8-drop, blue is just rejoicing, and they will just take control of the game from then on. When it comes to yellow, I think that yellow has a lot to do. I think the 2 best decks to combat this deck are going to be the Vegeta, the yellow Vegeta decks. And, you know, Janemba might sneak in there, because Janemba can go wide in the pressure, and Janemba can still have energy up for defense. So I think that Janemba can utilize Hellrock Sasha, making it automatically something we should look at. But Vegeta, Blue Vegeta, well, Vegeta, Super Saiyan Blue Vegeta will have a decent matchup to great matchup with this, because it already employed cards that were hard to destroy, you know, 3-cost Vegeta. You're also untapping 2 at the end of the turn, meaning Hellrock Sasha is always live, even if you curve out. So very good there. And then you will also be able to run a lot of these cards in Daima Vegeta, and Daima Vegeta is more offensive. Like Super Saiyan Blue Vegeta is the defensive yellow wall to this deck. I think Daima Vegeta is the offensive wall. You will literally just tear through this guy's life while employing cards that allow you to stay alive, while being able to use plenty of cards like Hellrock Sasha if you choose, but you can probably just keep building up, because the deck is very good at providing multiple attacks in one turn. You really just can start blowing through their HP and really getting it in there, so that's pretty tight. And then when it comes to black, I think most black decks are actually, like, like cheeks in the wind to this one. But Gogeta is able to almost always assure that energy marker every single turn, because you can start off going second, you can play Kakarot, you can play out cards like Super Saiyan 3 Goku, and once in the Super Saiyan 4 Goku, and you can back them by Trunks. If Trunks is on the field, you kind of have some free reign versus Broly. Now, granted, if they're going up to their 8-drop, they do have the ability to Shuddering Roar you, as well as then go into the secret rare to blow up your entire stuff. But if you have multiple Trunkses on board, they can't play that play. They have to Shuddering Roar you. They have to go into Broly 8. I guess they could go into Broly 8 and nuke your Trunkses and then Shuddering Roar your best card on board after the fact. But yes, you do have to kind of play funky if Shuddering Roar, if Trunks is on the board. But the most important part is that they can use cards like 10 times Kamehameha to get rid of your Chilais and your Nappas, alleviating the pressure. And then they can use Ultimate Sparking. If they can get their energy marker back, they can use Ultimate Sparking to make sure they never get hit by the new Broly SR or the new Broly SCR, because that'll come into play, and then you'll swing with the leader, they'll come into play, and then your opponent who's playing black can use the energy marker to use Ultimate Sparking in their combo step to make sure Broly can't attack. So provided that they're running Hercules and Gogetas, if you think about it, every single turn they'll be able to just play a Hercule, get the Ultimate Sparking back, and hold it in hand. You will never, unless you swing with Broly, you will never get that back. And Lord help you if they have like a Super Saiyan 4 on the field they've been protecting, because then they can juggle. They could hit you with a Para. They could like hit you with an Ultimate Sparking, then go into next turn, swing with like Super Saiyan 4, use the energy marker for Para, use Gogeta's effect, flip up the what's it called? The energy marker again, and then they could use they could hold it up for Ultimate Sparking again, and you really can just kind of get stuck behind that. So I think Gogeta has a very interesting matchup, but in the future, what I do want to test this deck against more is Jiren. I want to see if Jiren's a good match against it. Now, I don't really have a lot of faith in Jiren though, because if blue is very good this format, Jiren's gonna have its work cut out for it, and on top of that, if you will have Black's ability to have the energy marker and play into Gogeta and just wipe Jiren off the board, cutting your advantage engine off. And then you'll also have Yellow's ability to still run Frieza to get rid of Jiren. But Yellow, especially Daima Vegeta, can just go so aggressively wide. They have cards that have dual attacks, and if you can't get rid of them, they will very quickly overtake your field and swing twice. The leader will swing twice. Cards will swing twice. So you kind of have that as well. Red has some natural ally or enemies in the format that make it hard enough to play against, much less, you know, hopefully see Broly more times than it doesn't in a Swiss setup. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed that. Let me know if you have any questions about my deck list or my choices. I'll be glad to answer anything you guys put in the comments. And yeah, I think next we'll be moving on to Gomah for the ultimate breakdown. And then on top of that, like this one, I'll set a light goal. I'll have a simultaneous video coming out on the Patreon. If we break the light goal, that video can come here too. If you'd like to see that deck list early, as well as join in on things like the just Patreon testing nights and whatnot, and just the Discord stuff, just make sure you go and join the Galactic Patrol like tier or higher. But if you just want to support the channel, the $1 tier is always appreciated. And then last but not least, speaking of all those Patreon members, we have to give these shout outs to the top realm of Xers. Those are the Big Daddy Flapjacks, the Beer R's, the Brother Bears, the Bryce R's, the Christopher V's, the Dallas S's, and the Danielle N's. And then on top of that, I want to give a special shout out to the newest addition to the Patreon, Dennis R. Thank you for joining. Yeah, I mean, there's not really much else to say but that. Thank you for supporting me really well and further than the average, you know, just view. And I appreciate all of you guys for being a part of this channel, and I will see you in the next video. Later.